Hey guys, this is Dr. Hub. Today we'll look at the gluteus muscles. So firstly, importantly, we need to know that there are three types of gluteus muscles. So what are the components of the gluteus muscles? That is important to note. So the components, it includes there's gluteus medius. So there's gluteus medius, there is minimus, as well as presence of the maximus. So they are the three different types. So now let's look at each type and let's look at the origin first. So first is the gluteus medius. The gluteus medius, the origin is from the outer surface of the ilium. So it is from the outer surface of the ilium and it is between the anterior and the posterior line. Between the anterior and the posterior gluteal line. So let's look at the origin. So the origin is nothing but from the ilium. This is the gluteus medius. So this is nothing but the gluteus medius. This gluteus medius, outer surface of the ilium between the anterior and the posterior gluteal line. Now let's see where it is inserted. The insertion of the gluteus medius is nothing but before the insertion, let's cover the origin of all the muscles. So we saw the gluteus medius. Now comes the gluteus minimus. So in terms of gluteus minimus, the origin is the outer surface of the ilium. So it is the outer surface and the outer surface of the ilium, and this is between the anterior and the inferior gluteal line. So between the anterior and inferior gluteal line. So let's look at the diagram. So this is for the gluteus minimus and this is between the anterior and the inferior gluteal line. Lastly, let's look at the gluteus maximus. So this is nothing but the gluteus maximus. So under the gluteus maximus, what we need to know is that the origin is from the posterior aspect of the dorsal ilium. So it is from the posterior aspect of the dorsal ilium and it is posterior to the gluteal line, and also the posterior superior iliac crest, the posterior inferior aspect, and this is of the sacrum as well as the coccyx, and also the ST ligament. ST ligament is for the sacroiliac ligament. So this is about the gluteus maximus. Now let's look at the diagram, the insertion. So where are all these muscles inserted? So we look at the gluteus medius. The gluteus medius, it is inserted in the oblique ridge on the lateral surface of the greater trochanter. So this is the oblique ridge on the lateral surface of the trochanter. So it is in the oblique ridge and this is nothing but on the lateral surface and lateral surface of the trochanter. Now let's look at the insertion of the gluteus minimus. So where is minimus? So to be very accurate, this is the gluteus medius and this one is the minimus. So in terms of the minimus, the insertion is on the ridge on the anterior surface of the greater trochanter. So this is nothing but the anterior surface of the greater trochanter and this was the medius was a lateral surface. Now let's look at the insertion of the gluteus maximus. So in terms of gluteus maximus, so this is the insertion of the gluteus maximus. It's very prominent. So this maximus, the insertion is, it is primarily in the fascia lata. So it is present in the fascia lata. And where is this fascia lata present? The fascia lata is present at the iliotibial band. So it is present at the iliotibial band and also in the gluteal tuberosity. So also in the gluteal tuberosity, and this is on the posterofemoral surface. This is the posterior femoral surface.